Hi, today I'm going to show you how we can convert a Notion form or a Notion database to PDF files. As you can see in the background, I have got a business contract form opened up, wherein once a user fills in all the details in this particular contract form and they click on submit, the responses go to this responsive side of the database that you see over here. I've already gone ahead and have created two dummy submissions from the particular form, and now I'm looking to convert these submissions into PDF files. And I want this to happen on an automated manner. For this, I will be using a tool known as PDF Output. PDF Output will help me create PDF files from a Google document with the help of a Notion database. So essentially, this is a database in Notion which I want to convert to PDF files. So you can do this automation from a form, or you can even do this automation from a database. And this can be used to create any documents at scale, such as reports, invoices, contracts, certificates, quotations, or anything that you're generating on a day-to-day business, on a day-to-day basis for your business. So let's click on create PDF and sign in with one of our account, and then we will understand the automation steps. This is very simple and easy to use, and once it is installed correctly, you will be able to generate PDFs forever with the help of simple automation technique. So first things first, it will ask you to add a Notion database to the setup, and then we will connect a document which will be our template file that can be used for the automation process. And finally, we'll be mapping all the fields of the database that you will connect onto the document live, which will be useful for creating the placeholders and generating the PDF file. So let's click on add Notion database to add a new database. And I will simply copy the database title that I have on my workspace, which is business contract form. Let me quickly copy this title and I will put this title inside the selection screen. Click on next. You have two options. If you are choosing the first option, it will create a duplicate Notion database on your workspace, which you can use for demo purpose. So this can be used for testing use cases, which we do not want. I want to add a new database over here. So click on the second option and then again click on select pages. And now what you can do is the database which you have copied, you can simply add the database inside the search pages over here. If you paste it, you will be able to see the particular database populate over here. Let me click on this, and the particular form is already added for my use case. You can see the business contract form showing over here. Now when adding a database, always and always copy and paste the database title inside this in order to add the database. Do not add the database by selecting these pages from here, as the experience will not be smooth and you will not be able to see all the databases correctly. So always enter the database title inside this field in order to add a database. Alongside this, if your database is connected to other databases through relation properties, so let's say business contract form is connected to database A and database B through relation properties, you also need to add database A and database B over here along with the business contract form. If you do not add all the databases connected to each other, then the PDF created will not have any relational roller properties added to that, and it will not show the PDF file correctly. Okay. Having considered that, let's click on allow access, and that will give access to the business contract form, which we can use for the rest of the steps for the automation. Now, if your database is not appearing in the drop down, simply click on reload database after a while. Sometimes it takes a while to load the database, so let's wait for a few seconds and then again try to refresh the page once or twice. The database will definitely appear. Okay, so you can see the business contract appearing over here. Click on this, and now if you scroll down, you will be able to see all the properties of the business contract form database appearing one below the other. These are all the properties that we have in this particular response section. Now let's add a document to this. So I'll click on add Google document. If you already have a business contract form template, click on existing document and you can add any existing document from your drive for the automation steps. I do not have any existing document available, so I will create a document from scratch. Click on add Google document and it will create a new document altogether, which we can use to edit for the automation steps. You can see a new document is created. Let me rename this to something like business contract template. So my document is renamed, and let me remove this top part which I do not need. Okay, and finally I have all these placeholders which are automatically added beforehand. So if you see the database, all these fields that you see inside the database are automatically added onto the document inside double curly brackets. So we have confidentiality clause, contract title, date of agreement, everything is already there in this database, which is already added onto the document, and they have already been placed inside double curly brackets. So whenever you will create a PDF, all these sections inside double curly brackets will be replaced with the values from the database one by one, and the PDF will be generated. As an example, the contract title will be replaced from the contract title that you will have in this database somewhere. So it will be replaced with these values. And similarly for all the fields. If you want to manually add any property onto the document, simply click on copy. So let's say I want to add party's name. I will click on copy for the party's name. I can go to the document anywhere and I can use Control V or Command V on my keyboard. So I can use this keyboard shortcut. It will allow me to paste the property onto the document live. So you can simply copy paste the entire property and paste it on the document live wherever you want, and it will create a live mapping for you. So my mapping is already done, so I do not need to do this. Now next thing what I need to do is I need to define how the PDF file will be named. Okay. So I want to define the PDF file as per the contract title that we have over here. So I will select contract title and all the files will be named as per this column. Okay. And finally, if you see on the right side to the database, you will see two additional columns. One is generate PDF, one is PDF file. So if anything is set to ready to generate, the PDF will be created for those records and it will be stored in the database right over here. So make sure to mark the records as ready to generate whatever you want to create as PDF file, and the PDF file will be stored right over here inside the database. Okay. So let me click on download PDF right now, and you will see that the PDF generation process has started, and now it will be able to create a PDF file for the records that have been set to ready to generate. So the first file is already out and it is already completed, and you can see it is showing the PDF file right inside this section over here. And let us wait for the second record. It is also marked as completed and the second record is also created. So it instantly created two PDF files right over here, and it also downloaded the PDF onto my downloads folder. So let me click on the first record to see how the output has come out to be, and you can see all the properties are correctly mapped as it was required. Okay, and let's check the second record. Even the second record has also been correctly placed, and the second file is also generated precisely the way I wanted. Okay, so this is how the PDF files are created an automation with the help of PDF output. But the beautiful thing about this tool is that once everything is set up, you can click on setup Notion automation, and now it will automate the generation of PDFs forever. This means you do not need to come back to PDF output again and again to create a PDF files like this. What you instead need to do is once a user clicks on submit and the responses go to this particular database, you need to simply mark this records as ready to generate and the PDF will be created right over here. So whenever a user clicks on submit, the responses go to the particular responses section. Simply mark the records as ready to generate and the PDF will directly be created right inside this PDF file section. This eliminates the need to go between PDF output and the database to create PDFs, as everything happens hands-free and is completely automated. Okay. So I hope you take advantage of this handy automation tool and start generating PDFs on automation. If you still have any questions, just use the chat bubble at the bottom of the screen. You can send me a message right away. I'll be able to assist you with any queries. Besides this, you also have a contact section at the bottom of the page wherein you can send me an email with the issues that you might be having, and I will be able to take up any issues on this. There is also a free demo session available which you can take advantage